teams who fought multiple times in the Super Bowl. It's the Washington Commanders and the Miami Dolphins, and it's all up next.
The address is 347 Don Shula Drive in honor of the legendary coach. The stadium is Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens, Florida. Good to be with you. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson here in the booth. Greg, we got a couple of teams who love to throw the football, and you know how guys say, hey, we're not going against the other offense. We're going against the other team's defense. Greg, these star wide receivers, you know they're watching what the other guy does on the field here today.
Oh, in their minds, there's no question. They are competing against one another, and I think that's what makes this league so fun is when these guys, they know each other, they study each other, they work together in the off seasons. A lot of times they're friends. But come game day, there is no question. At the end of this one, yes, they want their teams to win, but when they put their two box scores up next to each other, there's going to be some bragging rights come this offseason.
The veteran, Jason Sanders, ready to get us started. And off we go from South Florida. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Commanders come out with the man they hope leads them into their new era. Jaden Daniels, the number 2 overall pick in this past draft from LSU. Greg, this is the man who won the Heisman Trophy with the Tigers in Baton Rouge a year ago.
Here we have a guy, Mike, who's probably one of the most dynamic athletes that we have in the entire NFL at the quarterback position. He can create so many problems for a defense with his legs, but make no mistake about it, he is far from one-dimensional. He's both willing and able to carve a defense up with his arm while using his legs as more of a secondary weapon. If there's one knock on his game at this very moment, it's the fact that occasionally he'll kind of lay one up from time to time. Nonetheless, if he's on his A game in this one, we could be in for a real treat.
They'll get 11 there, and that's a quick first down. First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. That's Bradley Chubb. They're on the stop. Here's a 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Daniel. We'll try to use that size to push forward, but it's not going to work. Defense strong up front, and they're going to get him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Linebacker certainly wasn't fooled on that play. Not only does he get there in a hurry, but he's able to secure that tackle and bring him down for a loss.
They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. He's got a man, it's McLaurin. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. A big play there for Washington. 31 yards.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Here's a design run. Trying to avoid tackles there, but the ball is out.
Something these running back coaches preach all the time, Mike, is you can't sacrifice the ball for additional yardage, and I think we had a case of that going here. I love the effort. I love the fight, but it can't come at the expense of the ball. Everything in football is about protecting the ball itself, and in this case, just a little bit too loose with it. They're able to pop it loose, and that's a big turnover.
The Dolphins come out on offense, and the lefty, Tua Tagovailoa. He led the NFL a year ago in passing yardage. Hard to believe this is season 5 already from Alabama. Greg, Tua, 26 years old, and his time is now.
One of the few southpaws we have playing quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and while he doesn't have one of the strongest arms, he makes up for it with great anticipation and pinpoint accuracy. So what it does, it allows him to throw very catchable balls. A lot of his receivers do a lot of the damage after the catch, and Only time's going to tell how this one plays out, but when he's on his game, they're due for a lot of points. Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They'll motion the tight end, Smith. A pistol set with Tagovailoa. And he's not going to be able to get away. Very good coverage on the perimeter. It goes down as a loss of yards.
To play corner in this league, Mike, you have to have great reactions and instincts. In this case, he trusts those instincts from the jump, and he's able to send the offense going backwards as a result.
Here's 3rd and 7. A shotgun snap for 2. That's hot. Left side. It's complete. It's a gain of 10 yards. First down, Miami.
We see this week in and week out, Mike. These running backs in today's game, they really have the skill set of a wide receiver. So if you're going to guard him one-on-one and you know the offense is going to use him in the passing game, you better have that guy. You better have that matchup guy that you're confident to put on him and say, okay, you're going to go out there in space and defend a receiver like this. And after plays like that, I'm not sure how much more man coverage they can afford to play.
A big-time play for the Dolphins. 33 yards.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. You can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield, perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Tua gives it to Mostert. And a good tackle out wide will hold him to a gain of just 3. Second and 7. Now a toss to Mostert, heading left. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tagovailoa. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Sanders' kick is good. And the Dolphins are out to an early 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. The Commanders' offense ready now for their second drive. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Off the play fake, here's Daniel. Working across the field, there's McLaurin. And they'll have it across midfield, down at the opposing 46-yard line. A nice throw by the rookie from LSU. And he's got his team a first down.
And really the key to this play was just how fast he was able to get through his progressions. His mind was able to process and go from 1 to 2 to 3 so quickly that he was able to get the ball to the right target on time. And I think so often those two things are different. Being open is one thing. Being open and getting the ball on time, that's what leads to success. And that's what we saw here. Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Play action. Here's Daniels. This one is caught by Dotson. And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Daniel. That's McLaurin open on the left side. He's taken down just shy of the 10. 4 catches already in this opening quarter, off to a hot start as he picks up the first down. To throw is Daniels. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Off the bootleg, here's Daniels. One secured by the tight end Bates. And he'll be stopped short of the first down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8.
Once the quarterback gets flushed out of the pocket, Mike, he has to make a split-second decision. Does he remain a passer and give his guys time downfield to work open? Or does he turn into a runner, just try to pick up some positive yards with his legs? I think in this case, the extra time paid off. Remained a passer.
He slams it in there, and he is in. Austin Eckler. Touchdown, Washington. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
Riley Patterson now to add the extra point. It's up and good. And the Commanders move out to a 7-3 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. To return it, here's Raheem Mostert. Now an opening past the 30. Still on the move. And he's going to take this all the way back. 93 yards. Touchdown, Miami. You talk about a response. After the offense goes down the field and gets a touchdown, the special teams unit comes back to get the 6 right back for the other side.
And I've been there, Mike. You find yourself on offense, you watch your opponent go down and get a touchdown, and you're saying amongst each other, you're saying, hey, we're going to get the ball back. Let's go get one of our own. But in this case, the return unit says, no, offense, you stay on the sideline. We got this, and they go back and get a score of their own.
The extra point by Sanders is good. And the Dolphins are on top. It's now 10-7. After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. On the return, it's Chris Rodriguez. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Here's 1st and 10. Daniels now going to look to throw. A quick slant on the money to McLaurin. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. It's the Dolphins with the early lead. And we're back to South Florida after this. Open receiver is Dotson. And he's going to be taken down, but there is a flag on the field. You wonder if that was a push-off. Here's Daniels. Quick throw, taken in.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. On play action, Daniels. Right side, catch made by McLaurin. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable 3rd down, getting some good yardage on that 2nd down play.
It may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on 2nd down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on 3rd down where it's a little bit more manageable.
3rd and short, and it's Daniels. He'll try and get there on the ground.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the 1st down.
Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's going to be out of bounds down near the 25. 20-yard pickup there. Good for a Commander's 1st down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Terry McLaurin, the intended target on that one, and it'll bring up second down.
Here in the first half, we've seen nothing but connections from these two guys. I mean, they've come out completely on fire, so the defense finally gets a stop, and really the first time we've seen these guys be a little bit off.
Daniels to throw on second down. That's over the middle to the tight end, Sinnott. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. Call it a gain of 13. Good for a Commanders first down. Daniels going to throw again. Quick throw here is complete. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. Second and a yard. Now this looks like a design run, and he will do it himself. He's in. Jaden Daniels. Touchdown, Commanders. The dual threat of the quarterback. When you have one that can run, why not use him, especially down here, Greg? And they punch it in for the touchdown.
There's nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than down here near the goal line when he can call his own number. And in this case, that's exactly what he does, and he's able to take it in himself.
On comes Patterson for the PAT. The kick is good. And the Commanders are on top. It's 14-10. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Braxton Berrios now to bring it back. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Good return, but he pays the price at the end. Picked up and thrown down. The Dolphins offense ready to get back to work. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Fake the handoff. Now, 2. He'll get that into the hands of Tyreek Hill. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line. It is a big play. Tua to Tyreek. 38 yards.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. In motion comes Beckham. They'll fake the handoff. Now, Tua. He's going to let it fly downfield for Beckham.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and He's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. To throw is Tua. The outside, that's caught by Hill. That's the 2nd time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver.
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
Off play action, it's Tua. He'll find Mostert out of the backfield. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
3rd and long. Tua gonna throw. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
I know this play results in an incomplete pass, but I think this is a really good job by the quarterback. His clock was going off. He felt that rush. He had no immediate target to go to with the ball. Instead, throw it away. Don't take the sack. Live for another day.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Dolphins are back within a point. It's 14-13.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
So Sanders back out after making the field goal. He sends this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line.
There's no doubting the fact, Mike, they've made a clear point in saying we need to get this guy the ball as often as possible. And so far, they've had great success when they have gotten him the ball. I think defensively at some point, you've got to find a way to get this duo out of this rhythm or they're going to be in for a long game.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. That one incomplete. They can't hook up there, and that incompletion takes us to the 2-minute warning. On 2nd down, it's Daniel. He'll go left side here and complete this one. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the 1st down marker, but it is a pickup of 9.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
Throwing again, Daniel. He keeps it himself. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. The Commanders will signal for the first of their timeouts. And they'll stop it just over a minute remaining in this first half. Daniels now on first down. On target. Got it from McClure. And they'll take this down inside the 35. That's 13 more on that play. And quickly, another first down. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out front.
Throwing on second down, Daniel. That one complete to Brian Robinson. And he'll be stopped short of the first down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8. Now a 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2. Here's Daniels. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Patterson's kick is good. And the Commanders going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. The Dolphins offense going to take over just before the half. They'll begin with 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 32 after a short pickup. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. That's taken in by Achane. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A gain there of 20. Good for a Dolphins first down. Now Tua. They'll try to set up the screen for Mostert.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Throwing is Tua. for the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. But now a penalty flag comes in late. He might have been caught with his hands in the cookie jar. Jason Sanders on to try the field goal. This about as short as you can get. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. So here at halftime, it's the visitors, the Commanders, who are out on top. As we head north to Orlando, we're going to join the coach, Jonathan Coachman. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Michael, thanks very much as we welcome you into our downtown Orlando studios and the EA Sports halftime report. This one's been all you could hope for as an NFL fan. Just a one-point game here at halftime. This has been as much fun as you could hope for with both these teams in it to win it.
Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. We're likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. Certainly a tightly contested first half, and you'd expect more of that here in the second half. A one-point game as quarter 3 begins. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. The deficit is 1 as they'll search now for that go-ahead score. First and 10. On play action, it's Tagovailoa. He'll check this down to the running back.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel in. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Yes, you have to operate out of the backfield like a traditional running back. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection, and maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
On the ground, it's Mostert. And tough running there. He's up to the 32. Deron Payne there for the stop. Here's a 3rd down and 4. From the gun, here's Tua. It's complete, and it is Beckham.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same sidelines, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big games like this.
They'll come up first and 10 at the 40.
Let's get out of here with a win.
On the handoff, this is Mostert. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a first down.
This is a guy who's been doing it at a high level, Mike, for a long time. Not too many running backs finding success in the NFL past the age of 30. That's usually when they kind of ride off into the sunset, but as always, there's the exception to every rule.
A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill there, and it'll lead to a second down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Now he takes off.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
In motion, it's Waddle. Throwing on third down, Tungo Vailoa. This is caught at the 2. And he's in. Odell Beckham Jr. Touchdown, Miami. Now, here's the Dolphins and Tua going for 2. He'll drop to throw. A dive, and he's in. The 2-point conversion is successful.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. Rodriguez on the return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over.
Another great throw, and that's been the story as you check out these numbers. I mean, he has done everything this team has asked of him and more.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll go play action here with Daniel. His throw left side is complete. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. First time they've looked his way all game long. But he comes through with the grab and a 1st down.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game. The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
Daniels to throw on 2nd down. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself in your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
This one is caught by Dotson. And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Even in the air, here's Daniels. Oh, a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'd say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down. Jahan Dotson was the intended receiver there, and that will lead to a 2nd down. To the air again is Daniels. The open receiver is Dotson. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
They were able to connect on the comeback, but I don't think it was really well executed. This is a deeper route. This receiver's got to push his depth before his break a little bit more downfield. They'll take the completion, but they were hoping to get a little bit more with that one.
On third down, they'll throw with Daniels. And he's got the first down. A great job looking at engaging where the marker is and getting there to set up first and goal.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
And he's going to be stopped at about the 4. Inside the 5, it is second and goal. Off the bootleg, here's Daniels. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete. Ben Siddick was the intended receiver. Now they'll be looking at third and goal.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
Third and goal. It's Daniels. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You have to come down with those opportunities. You're not going to get your hands on the ball very often as a defensive player. And when you do, let alone in the end zone, those are plays you just have to make.
Out comes Riley Patterson to try the field goal. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Commanders will cut the lead down to 4.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here's Berrios on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Out comes Miami and the offense to get started on their next drive. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll set up the receiver screen with Waddle. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
When a defense has speed to the ball like this group does, it makes these wide receiver screens really challenging because all those fast linebackers and defensive backs that are chasing the ball carrier, the offensive line are the ones responsible for them, and sometimes that's just a speed mismatch, and they can't get out in front.
A shotgun snap for 2. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
From the gun on 3rd down. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
So that brings up 4th down. The veteran Jake Bailey called on to punt. The veteran Jamison Crowder deep to return. Oh, how about that hit? Wow. He took a pretty good lick at the end of that one.
And as we saw in the first half, Mike, the defense was really unable to do anything to slow him down. He put up some really big numbers there in the first 2 quarters. Now here in the second half, just doesn't look like they've made many adjustments in the attempt to slow him down.
Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Open man downfield, OBJ. It's a big play when they needed it the most. 31 yards.
Mike, what we're seeing play out across the NFL is that if offensively it requires you to go the length of the field in a long, methodical drive, your chances of coming away with points continue to go down the more you snap the ball. You have to be able to generate shot plays, pick up big, explosive chunks, because when you do, your ability to score points typically tends to follow.
They'll stick to the ground. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. Now Tua. And this drive is a disaster. He goes down for a 3rd consecutive time.
That's a prototypical coverage sack. All 11 guys on the field doing their job. Starts with sound back-end coverage. Nowhere to go quick with the ball. The quarterback has no chance but to extend the play. Look for something late developing downfield. That was all the time this front needed to chase him down and bring him down for a sack.
3rd and long. Here's Tagovailoa. They try to set up the screen to Mostert. And they will finally run him down. That's well done as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Big-time play there as they try to cut into this 4th quarter deficit. At this point in the game, remember, you're just going to get a couple more possessions, so you have to make the most of them, especially with the lead being this close for the taking. There's no need to rush, but you have to execute your offense and make sure you end this drive with points.
On 1st down, Tagovailoa. That one into the hands of Hill. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down.
Well, it wasn't the most exciting throw of the day, but I want you to watch, Mike, is the suddenness of the route runner. Change of speed, change of direction. Those are the qualities of great route runners, and this guy's certainly one of them.
To throw is Tua. That's caught by Smith on the right side. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down. They are set up with 1st and goal.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a 1st down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
They'll drop to throw. He finds his tight end, that's Smythe. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. Second down, goal to go. They'll motion the tight end, Smith. Mostert. Oh, the ball's out. And that was very nearly a disaster at this juncture of the game. But fortunately, a teammate able to cradle it, and they keep possession.
So as you start operating your red zone offense, of course it goes without saying, Mike, you're trying to score touchdowns. But the worst case scenario is that you bring your field goal unit and you at least try for 3. You have to protect the ball. Turnovers are the cardinal sin of red zone offense. In this case, they dodge a little bit of a bullet here. The ball comes loose. Fortunately for the ball carrier, his own team recovers it. They can keep their offense on the field and see if they can finish this drive. They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on 4th down. Let's see what play call they have in a gotta-have-it situation. And right now, this quarterback needs to make his best throw in the biggest moment of the game.
So the penalty sets up this offense for 1st and goal.
The ball moving down the field.
Hill brought in motion. They'll run with Mostert. And this one's blown up. It's back at the 5-yard line now.
A field goal only ties it. When you find yourself this close, you're thinking 6. Let's take the lead. But now after that 1st down loss, it really changes the approach now on 2nd and 3rd. You have to at least come away with points.
Play action. Tagovailoa. And the rush gets there. Down he goes. Now the Dolphins going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute left in this one. For the lead, here is 3rd and goal. From the gun, here's Tua. And that could be the dagger. It's intercepted. Picked off by Mikey Sanders-Still.
All right, Mike, file this play away. If they're able to hold on and pull this game out, we're going to look back on this as the pivotal moment of this game. Oftentimes, it takes that one big moment to sway the outcome of a game, and no bigger play than a pick deep inside your own red zone.
The Commanders' offense and their big play wideout getting set for their next possession. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. The drive starts with a carry by Eckler. Now Miami going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. They get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in the 4th. On 2nd down, it's a run with Robinson. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it. We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Another run here for Robinson. The Commanders about to send this one away as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. Oh, hello. He is stopped in his tracks on that one. They made sure that return was not going any farther. So, a win here on the road for the Commanders. A bit of a surprise.